Use Cake Dummies to go from this to this. Cake dummies, or fake cakes, are a great way to save money and avoid waste while creating display cakes that don't need to be eaten, or to add an extra tier to a wedding cake for height, even though you won't need to serve any more people with it. Or you can use them to try out a new technique or practice a technique you're struggling with, without wasting any actual cake. Would you guess that this entire cake is styrofoam on the inside? Cake dummies come in different widths and also different heights, but you can always stack two together if you want a taller cake. Buttercream works well for this because it's sticky at first, but when it sets, it attaches the dummies together like glue. Cake dummies are styrofoam, so they're easily damaged, so be gentle with them and store them carefully. Being lightweight also makes frosting them tricky, so here are tips for that. Start with a bit of buttercream on the middle of your cake board and press your dummy firmly down onto it, centering it on the board. Then put the cake on the board in the freezer for 10 minutes or the fridge for 30 minutes to set that buttercream. Now you can frost it. The dot will hold the cake dummy in place on the board, but since it's so light, the pressure of spreading frosting onto it will push the cake on its board all over the turntable. So to prevent that, use a non-slip mat under the cake board and use your spinning hand to grip both the turntable and the cake board to hold the board still as you spread the frosting onto the cake and as you scrape around the cake with a cake comb to smooth the frosting. One of the advantages of cake dummies is that you can skip the crumb coat. There are no crumbs, obviously, to get into your frosting, so just a single layer of frosting is enough, which is a nice time saver. You can stack cake dummies, and since they're more sturdy than real cakes, you don't need a support structure to keep the tier cake stable. You don't need a cake board underneath the cake dummies on the top tiers either. To attach cake dummies in a tier cake, just spread a little bit of buttercream on top of each cake before placing the next tier on top, and the buttercream will set and secure the next tier in place even when you move or transport the cake. Just like with real cakes, I recommend chilling your cake dummies after frosting them before stacking a tier cake, so that you can touch the frosting with your hands as you stack the cake to balance or adjust the tiers without damaging the frosting. A huge benefit of cake dummies is that they're reusable. When you've finished with a decorated dummy, just rinse it under hot water to take off the frosting. Leave it to dry and then frost and decorate it again. Cake dummies are a time-saving and cost-saving way to improve your cake decorating skills. Practice techniques like smooth frosting, sharp edges, stenciling, piping, and more. I hope this tutorial has been useful. Visit my cake school on BritishGirlBakes.com to learn hundreds of cake decorating techniques and designs with my online courses and membership options. Thanks for watching.